Alright, so Philip54 asks, how do I make it so my sword gains damage of 17% of the target max health minus current health plus 1/5 of the attack damage of the target? Now, he didn't really specify what he means by this, so I'm going to assume that by target max health he means that the current max health of the enemy minus current health is in your character's current health plus 1/5 of the attack damage as in the current base damage. I can say I'm going to assume that by current attack by the 1/5 of the attack damage, I'm going to assume as a base damage. That's how I'm going to go about this. So in an attempt to save time, I already went ahead and put together a tool with a handle that swings when you run it, when you click I should say, just to speed this up a little bit so you guys don't have to sit here. So it's pretty straightforward what we did here. We made it run the animation when it runs when you click it. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to go ahead and create a test dummy basically. So all what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna copy my character and create someone to test it on. Let's rename it for the sake of tester. Okay, good enough. Alright, so what we want to do is when we connect it with something, we want it to damage basically. So every time it runs this, we're gonna run the function. So handle, we already have a variable for handles, so first we're gonna want to add a debounce so it doesn't run without debounce. Alright, I've made a previous video on debounce, so I'm not gonna really get into too much detail on it. So we're going to want to set up a debounce here so it doesn't run when we don't want it to, basically. Alright, so we've gone ahead and set up the debounce. We have our function ready. We have a sword that swings. Now what we need to do is set the debounce so that you can't spam it, and then you want to end the debounce so that it goes out at a small weight. So alright, so when we use attack, we have this little animation. So alright, so let's create a variable for this. Alright, so when it runs the function, we're going to want to create a value for a character, which will be our character, which will be, in this case, tool's parent. Let's just print character's name just to be safe. Alright, so that works. Alright, so now we know that that works. What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to find our humanoid. Since we're going to be using that later to get the damage. It's going to be minus your current health, so we're going to make a value called current health. Alright, so now we have this. So what we want to do is connect. We're going to connect a function when it's touched. Alright. Part hit. Alright, so we're just going to call it part hit. So I've done a tutorial on dot touched events before, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip through this part. So alright, we're going to have to check for the class name of the part, as in like if it's a part or what it is, so we know whether it's a hat or obviously a part itself. What we're going to want to do is, since the way it's set up, we're going to want to set it so it checks the debounce. So it only runs when debounce is equal to true. Debounce should only be equal to true when you're actually swinging the sword. This is just a precautionary measure to make applications. So we're going to want to check the part hit.parent. So in this case, if it's a hat, you find the handle, and then it'll be this hat itself. If you find a part, it'll be the model. So in this case, what we can do is we can check the class name of thing to check. If it's equal to a model, then it'll run whatever. Else if thing to check is a hat. Now in this case, since we're just talking about a model, we're going to want to make sure you can find a humanoid in it as well, so you can damage. We're going to want to make sure that it's not equal to nil, so we know that there's a humanoid there. Once we find that, once we check that, then we have these set down. Alright, so then we're going to want to set a local enemy body, which is going to be, just so we can make it easier, enemy humanoid. What we're going to do here is we're going to try to find the health of the enemy humanoid, their max health, so we can use that within the equation itself. Alright, I went ahead and pasted it in here so we can just quickly reference it if we need to. So how to make it so my sword is 15, my sword gains 17% of the target max health. Alright, so that's what we're going to use that for. So we want to find the max health. Alright. And then 1/5 of the attack damage of the targets. So let's see. Alright. We're going to want to find both actually, just so we can do the damage. Alright. So this is checking the damage, check for the class name. Alright, now we gotta calculate the damage. Alright, so we're doing, the sword gains 17% of the target max health. So local 17% equals enemy max health times 0.75. 17, I mean. So that way we can find the value of it, 17%, because typically it's on the scale of 100, and if you were to find 17%, you would multiply by 0.17 in this case. Alright. So then we want to find target max minus current health. Current health equals. Now I'm going to make it so that it checks your current health upon hitting it. So it's not going to be like your current health exactly when it does the run. Yeah, we already have a value for current health, never mind. Health at impact equals humanoid.health. Just to be safe, I guess. Do we really need that? Nah, we shouldn't need that. Alright, so we already have the current health. Plus 1/5 of the base damage. Times 0.2. So once we calculate the damage, local damage to do equals, this is where we're going to actually calculate the damage. So what we want to do is 17% of the target max health. So 17% of their health, so that's 17% minus current health plus 1/5. Alright. Alright, now to deal the damage. Alright, so enemy health equals enemy health minus damage to do. Let's go ahead and try that. Let's see if that worked. Can still swing. Alright, here we go. Issue. Enemy humanoid nil value. Line 38. Enemy humanoid equals enemy body from first child. Alright. Let's print enemy body. Just to see if we made any issues. Workspace. Alright, that's an issue. If thing to check is equal to class name. Thing to check. Alright, yeah, never mind. Equals. Alright, we'll just rename that for the sake of. Since we already made all of that. Alright, we're not running into any errors. So I'm going to go ahead and print all these just so we can see it. Alright. %17 is, let's see, 15%. Alright. Print 1/5. 1/5. Print damage to do. Alright. Now it'll do whenever it's set to run, it'll print and call the names of it. Damage to do -81. So it's trying to subtract 81. Should probably print your current health, so current health. Alright. Unexpected symbol near. My mistake. Alright. It's a pretty straightforward answer. Alright. So current health is 100. So in the case of this, the way it's set up, not so much. Now say we had, let's see, 10 health. Could we still... Yeah, alright. So we're going to want to change this so we find the current health each time we go through this. So enemy health equals enemy health. Alright, let's try just removing this and putting it there. Seeing if we can fix it by doing this. Enemy humanoid dot health equals enemy humanoid dot health minus damage to do. It's a possibility, not gonna say for sure it'll work. Alright, the fact that it's doing negative, quote unquote, negative damage would mean it was healing it. So, there's that fact. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So it does in fact heal, just due to the way the math is set up. So, I know I didn't get to the point of adding it to fix the hat, but I'm running out of time considering I have a 15-minute time limit. So, thank you for watching this video. I hope this answered your question. If there's anything more you want me to say, sorry if I'm talking about it a little fast because I only have like 20 seconds more to say. So again, if you like this video, subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you want to see more of my channels, more of my videos. Feel free to subscribe. Leave suggestions. And I hope you enjoyed this video and it helped you, Philip. Have a good day.